This is Jonah Hex figure, the 7-inch figure by Neca, based on the Jonah Hex movie and designed with Josh Brolin as Jonah Hex and John Malkovich as Quentin Turnbull. If you've been waiting to get a Jonah Hex figure, well, the movie Jonah Hex, now is the time to get it because Toys R Us is having it for about $8. So I got my. Recently, I've gone back and seen the movie, and my friend was like, my one of my friend, he's commented on the movie that it was really bad acting. But I think the movie was alright. I mean, it has a really cool intro. Especially, I have never been a fan of Jonah Hex. I don't know anything about the character, but I think the movie was alright. It's got a really cool intro and a really cool way to introduce the Josh Brolin Jonah Hex in the movie, and it's just really kind of cool. So here's Jonah Hex. This is the packaging. Got a picture of him on the side. It show the uh, the bad side of his face. Uh, well, before I know about John Hex, I thought this guy was like Two-Face or something because, well, they look kind of similar. But knowing about his stories, like, it really make a lot of sense, and it was really a good story. I also think about getting some comic books, but I don't know. We'll see. So here in the back here are the three figures from the line, and they have done it in the wanted poster for the picture. I think that's kind of cool. We have Quentin Turnbull, Jonah Hex, and Lila, which is Megan Fox from Transformer. And you can also go to this website to get a sneak peek of the Jonah Hex motion comics. I don't really care. I think the deal is over by now or something. I have no idea. Um, so here it is. He comes with his two 6 shooters, one tomahawk, uh, a shotgun, an extra hand, which is based on most of the review you have seen. It is almost exactly at this hand, but this one, this one is holding the shotgun better. I mean, the grip on this one, I think they especially sculpted this just for the shotgun. So there you go. Um, and his hands is removable. There you go. And here's his face. I hope you guys can see it. Maybe not too well, but it's really good detail. Good job with the sculpting there by NECA. And detail is everywhere on this figure. I mean, if you look at this figure from the back, he got um, this great coat on with a lot of detail, tearing, hole, scratching. But if you look at it from the back, maybe under it, he looked like some sort of hell dealer or the Undertaker. I think it adds to the aspect that he is able to talk to the dead very well, and the figure looks really cool. And the spur on his boots. Now, onto articulation. I have never seen a good movie figure by NECA that has a really good, or should I say, fully articulated, and this is one of them. I mean, this is one of those movie figures that NECA just decided to have these teasing articulation. I mean the upper half is very articulated, but from the waist down, nothing. Is like statue. I think the first figure, the first movie figure by NECA that is really articulated, I think it has to be the Clash of the Titan Perseus figure, because he has upper body articulation as well as legs. So, well, on this one is a typical movie figure by NECA. So, he has a ball jointed head, not in the neck though, it's right in the head. Ball jointed shoulder, ball jointed elbow, ball jointed wrist, swivel at the waist, and on at the point where the boots, well, at the tip of his boots there is a ball joint. And believe me, it is a ball joint because I just removed this one, and there was a big ball inside. And his holster, working holster, you can put one of his 6-shooter in there. There you go. And there's some sort of fiber on the head. And some of the review I've seen people complain about the ball joint shoulder, but rest assured that it worked just fine, or maybe at least on my figures worked just fine. I mean, go all the way back and go all the way up. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. No stuck joint whatsoever. The thing I think I really have to be careful because this outside piece is glued onto his long coat right there around the neck area, and I really have to be careful because I don't want to rip it off. Because, well, I hope Neca use a really strong tie-up glue for that, because as you moving the arm around and you play enough with this figure, I'm sure this thing will come off later at some point in time. But other than that, I mean, there is nothing that you have to worry about this figure. Oh, let me take this hand off so you can see what he looks like with the shotgun. There you go. And the head, I mean, the head can be, I mean, it just, well, at some point it's very weak. I mean, it's very easy to take off. So if you holding the figure upside down, while I was playing around with it, it come off pretty easy, but not in the review, which is kind of weird. And he can hold the tomahawk on his left hand, and it stays just fine. You just have to find the you just have to turn the handle of the tomahawk until it is tight on his hand, and he is just holding it with his 3 fingers. So, but he can hold it just fine, no problem with the figure at all. I am very pleased, and I'm just happy that I was able to get this figure for $8. And if you're a fan of Jonah Hex, I really recommend you go to Toys R Us and pick one up now. I mean, for some reason the figure is not as popular as it should be. Maybe because of the movie. Maybe some people didn't like it. But I highly recommend it. Even you don't have to see in the movie to like the figure. The figure has a phenomenal detail on it. Enough accessory and enough posability for you to like it. For this one especially, I think the legs articulation, I think it could pass. I really have no complaint with the leg articulation at all. Maybe a little bit. So I highly recommend it. If you need a Jonah Hex figure or movie Jonah Hex figure, go to Toys R Us and get one now. So there you go. Thanks for watching.